Hey there, and greetings from downtown Billings. I'm Todd Buchanan with Buchanan Capital with a look back at another volatile week on the markets. Whether you attribute the government's inability to make any progress to a lack of presidential leadership or political ideology that we just can't seem to find common ground on, it's having an impact on not only our psyche but on the markets. We did see quite a bit of volatility this week. Going back to mid-September where we hit some new highs, we're seeing the Dow trading off about 4% from those levels, while the S&P is down 2%. The Dow lost 200 points this week as a reflection of some of this lack of confidence in what the markets are up to. The NASDAQ surprisingly weathered it pretty darn well. In fact, hit a new 52-week high midweek on the heels of pretty good news out of the tech industry. We're seeing products move like you'd anticipate. Things look pretty good there. Gold and oil, not a lot of movement. Gold down about 1%, oil up about 1% for the week. So all in all, those commodities seem not to be reacting to this news out of D.C. too badly. Government impact. We've been reading in the Gazette all week long about the local impact, and as you start to quantify what that means on a national basis, one Moody's analyst sees that if we can keep this up out of a session or out of closure for the next 2 weeks, it could dent our GDP for the fourth quarter by about 1.5%, which is fairly significant. We're already on an anemic growth pattern, and to take that type of hit due to folks not getting paychecks and not turning around and spending that income that they've earned because they didn't earn it is going to have an impact on corporate earnings. It's going to be interesting. What else does it mean? Well, for starters, today a pretty darn important number, Friday, the unemployment number was to be released, but with the government shutdown, we're not going to get that data until they can reopen it. So markets like data, again, whether it's good or bad news, they want to have that. If we can get past this, and I'm not saying I'm going to make a bet over the weekend on that or not, but if we can get past this, we'll hope that with earnings seasons kicking off next week, Alcoa always kicks that off with the S&P 500 earnings, that we can get back to normal, start to focus on how corporate America did during the third quarter. Estimates and revisions throughout the third quarter kind of suggest that things might not be as big as we may have anticipated. Maybe a case of under-promising, over-delivering, maybe a lack of confidence in geopolitical issues. But like I said, let's hope that the Congress and the White House can get their act together, come to some conclusion, good or bad, shake hands on the deal, put it to bed, and get back to business. Hey, nice to visit with you. From downtown Billings, Todd Buchanan. Have a good weekend.